welcome to my channel. Oops, sorry if you got seasick there. I just pushed to my camera. So hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Karen, and today I will be talking a little bit of what planners and what I will use for next year. It's this pile here, and what journals and notebooks I will be using for next year. And I think I will be starting with the notebook, so I'll just put the planners out of the way and move this to the side. If you saw my video yesterday, I said something like my planners and notebooks and stuff will be sort of be connected to my goals. So I'll just start from the top with this little one here. I hope this is Astrology notebook, and I've been using it for a couple of years now. This is my, I don't know if you can guess it from the pictures or the stickers I put on the front. This is my book log. What I do is that I make a picture of the front of the book and just print it out and put it in here. And this is my also one of my go totally crazy with stickers and stuff. I have to put down the washi in the bottom, and I'll show you why. When I started the book, I turned it upside down. So this is where there's the days of the months and the monthly and daily and stuff like that. So I have sort of pre-decorated it for December. I just not put the books I've already read in here. I'm still, I think, 4 books or something like that, 3 books short of missing my goal of 100 books this year. And this one will be coming with me into next year, and I will make a thorough flip through of this in a later video, and also I think take you along when I set up next year in this book. So this one is coming with me. The second one, it's a notebook from Sterling Ink with lines. It was actually a mistake. I was sure I bought the one with the grid note pages, but when it arrived, I looked at my order and I could see I actually ordered this with lines. I'm not a huge fan of lined pages, but I made it work. It's, as I said, it's huge. It's 517 pages. And this one I used as my commonplace notebook. And I can do everything I want in this. One of the things I really like is to learn stuff. So this has been a place where I can, I have a list of movies I want to watch. I have somewhere in here, I have a list of books I want to read. I started putting in vellums with monthly vellums from Sterling Ink, but I gave it up because I can do whatever I want to do. Here I have a page about William Shakespeare because I've read a book about him, not one of his works, but a book about him. And his life was quite interesting. I think even more interesting than perhaps some of his books. Please don't come after me when I say that. I have an entry about Machiavelli, because he also has had a very interesting life. I have a little quote. But I have a lot of other stuff in here. This lady here is actually rather special. She's a Danish lady, and when she was young, she was a nun in Germany. But when the Second World War started, she came back to Denmark, and she left her nun order, if that's what it's called, and she actually became an assassin in the Danish resistance. Nobody knows a lot about her, and there's a lot of speculation that she actually was working with the English army and stuff like that. But I found her very interesting. I'd never heard her name before. So I stumbled across her name in a book I was reading, and then I did some research about her life. Here I have some funny quotes. Again, and then this is apparently a picture of the Venezuelan poodle moth. I can't figure out from what I've been reading on the internet if this is pure imagination or there's actually some kind of creature that looks like this, but they are so cute. So I had to make an entry about them in this. I'll be talking much more about this one in a later video, I think. But this is my commonplace where there are no rules. I can put anything I need or I want in this one. Anything goes. My next one, it's actually a rather cheap notebook I got off Amazon. And that is my movie log. All this I found on Pinterest and simply printed it on sticker paper. And again, this is a place where I can go absolutely berserk with washi and stickers and stuff like that. Sometimes I try to sort of match it with the movies, and sometimes it's just no. I'm just doing whatever I want. Here's Lord of the Rings. I didn't have anything with elves and orcs and stuff like that, so I put in some beautiful castles instead. And this one will also go with me into 2026. Here I actually managed not only to match the color, but also I found some dinosaur stickers on Etsy, printable dinosaur stickers, so it matched the theme of this. This is all the Jurassic Park and Jurassic World movies that's out till now. And as you can see, there's a lot of empty pages left. So this one will go with me, and this one, and actually these three ties into my goals about sort of pursuing my hobbies. I got my books, I got my movies, and I got my learning stuff. So this one is my hobby goal, actually. these 3 notebooks here. And last but not least, this chunky monkey here, it's my journal. It contains everything. I can't really sort of do more than this because it is my morning pages, it is my memories, it's everything mixed together. And I've done this type of journaling since I was very young. And I do it every day. It's the first thing I do in the morning is go into the kitchen, make myself a lot of very strong coffee, and then I'll journal. Next year, this will go with me. I still have a lot of empty pages, and I'll fill them out. I always fill out my journals. But I will separate things for next year. So this one is going to be my morning pages. I'm the type of person that if I get annoyed or I have something I have to consider, think about, I don't act rashly. I need to sleep on it, so to speak. And in the morning, I'll sort my thoughts and come up with a solution to a problem, or sometimes decide whether I want to react on something or if it's not worth my while. So this is my reflection morning pages, you can call it. But the problem is that I also mix it with memories. So I'll also speak about what happened yesterday or if I succeeded in something. And I want to take this out of this journal. So this one will be my reflection morning pages. And I'll have something different for my memory keeping. And what I will be doing for memory keeping is this one. Hobonichi Techo. As you can see, it's still blank. I haven't done anything to it yet. But this will also be a place where I can go completely berserk with stickers and washi and pictures I've taken. I'm not going to be drawing or painting in it because I can't. I mean, for the life of me, I can't draw a straight line. So I won't even try. But I will sort of write my memories. Perhaps I will sort of write what I did, not a to-do list, because I write what I have done, what I have accomplished, perhaps, I don't know. But otherwise it would be just random memories, random thoughts I will be putting in here, and I'll be decorating the pages some days, and some days it will be only writing. That depends on the day. These pages I'm not really sure what to do about. The monthly pages, I have been thinking about sort of choosing a highlight of the day and write it in here. Or if there's something sad, sort of put it in here so I can have an overview of the months. And the weeklies, again, this will be a place I can stick a bump if I want to, or write my appointments and how I felt about it, or something like that. So this is my place to be memory keeping and being creative with stickers and washi and photos and stuff like that. So this one is going to be split between this one and this. This will sit on my desk. It's not going with me anywhere, and that's why I've sort of decided not to put it in a cover other than this plastic cover I bought together with the planner, because it's for my personal use. I don't need to take it with me anywhere. I'll put this aside, and then I'm going to talk about, again, my hobbies. This I will be using as a hobby planner. And again, I haven't done anything with it. I've sort of went through and written down my thoughts about how to use the pages. My monthly pages, I will write here when I start a project and when I finish it, or when I start a TV show and when I finish it, or a book or something like that. And the weekly pages, as you can see here, it's the traditional Hobonichi Weeks layout. This side of the book will be sort of a tracking of the movies and books I will be reading or watching this week. I'll write the title of the book the day I started, and then I will actually track how much I've been reading. If it's an ebook, I will track how many % of the book I've read. If it's a physical book, how many pages. And I also think that audiobooks are books, and listening to an audiobook is reading. So I won't make any difference in how I write it down. Some books I have both as ebooks and audiobooks, and I like that because I like reading ebooks, but sometimes it's easier for me just to listen to a book, and I can read while I clean or commuting in the morning and in the afternoon, stuff like that. So this page will be for reading and movies. Over here I have some suggestions what I want to use this page for. I have a ton of pen pals, so here I will write down who I'm going to write letters and send letters to this week. I'll write if I start a knitting project or a crochet project. Perhaps I will also sort of, if I come across an interesting title of a book or something, write it down here. Just to figure out if I want to read it or not. Or movies, because very often I go through like Netflix and I'm going, oh, that sounds interesting, I want to watch that. And then when it comes to it, I forget all about it and I don't watch it. So everything I come across that might interest me, or I think that looks good, I'll write down here. And if I need something, supplies, yarn for my knitting, or I want some books I want to buy and have forever in my bookshelf, I'll record it here. And I think I'll also sort of plan what I want to write in my commonplace notebook. If there's some subjects I want to look into, I'll write it down in this page as well. And again, stickers, washi, everything is welcome. The note pages, there are how many note pages? Boom, 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 boom. 75 note pages. I will use some pages for books I know I want to read. I think a couple of pages will be enough, but we'll see. And I'll use it for movies. When I've decided I want to watch this movie, I want to watch this TV show, I'll put it over here. And my commonplace notebook, things what I want to look into, research, I'll put down here when I've decided this is what I want to do. And I'll have a list of future crafting projects. Again, if I come across an interesting knitting pattern, I'll write it down here. Or if I see, here's a list of what patterns I think I will try out. And this is if I see something I find interesting. Again, perhaps look in my wardrobe and see, do I need a new jumper? Do I need a new something new, scarf or something like that? I will write it down here, and then I'll take it into account when I start looking for patterns. Because when you look for knitting patterns or something like that, I mean, I always come across something else that I think looks pretty. Not what I want to make, but what I perhaps want to make in the future. The last pages, I've counted 12 pages here in the back. I call it monthly review. But actually I was thinking having a page for each month and put down some pictures of some of the things I finished. If I finished knitting something, I'll take a picture of it and put it in here. Or perhaps if I read a very interesting book or seen an interesting movie, I'll sort of do a review of it in my monthly pages. And I'm not sure 12 pages will be enough, but this is my thoughts for now anyway. So this will be my hobby planner. I'll be setting it up for the first week, and then I'll try it out, because I've never really seen a hobby planner and how people use it. So I'll try to come up with something, and then I will evaluate it over time and see if it's working for me or not. This will also stay on my desk. It's not coming with me anywhere. And it's not even sure that I'm going to be writing in it every day. Perhaps I will do update once or twice a week what's been happening. But I like to have a record for what I've actually been doing with my hobbies. And this is again connected to my goal of reading and watching movies and stuff like that. So you can actually perhaps call it sort of a goal planner, or yes, like I call it a hobby planner. And then we have this A4, also Hobonichi. I don't know what happened with me this year. I've chosen to be all in Hobonichi. This will be my self-care wellness planner, and it will tie directly into my third goal of self-care wellness. And I'm not sure about these pages or my monthly pages. Actually, I'm not quite sure yet. I will be, but here I will sort of record my meals, because I want to live a healthier life. actually. So I will be recording my meals, my steps, my skincare routine, and perhaps if I do something special in connection with my skincare routine, using a facial mask or whatever, I'll write it down here what I did. Again, it's connected to my goal of living a healthier life, taking better care of myself, both physical but also mentally. So this is what I'm going to use for that. There are monthly pages and there are daily pages, and again, I'm not sure that I'll be using this every day, but again, I'll go in and fill it out a couple of times a week. So again, I have a picture. What did I do this day? Did I manage to reach my goals for the day? Did I do what I was supposed to do according to the goals I've set for myself this year? So, when I was tidying up, I actually found another Hobonichi. This one is also an A6, and as you can see, it's from this year. I bought it last year and I decided not to use it, and I put it in the back of in a box in my closet, and I forgot all about it. And then a couple of weeks ago, I was going through stuff in my closet and I was, what's in that box? And what I found was this one. I will be putting in a 2026 calendar in this page, but this I'm not going to do anything with, change the days, because what I need is actually the dates. I don't care if it's Thursday or Friday or Monday. I have actually put in some new date dots and the months. I did a little cheating here, because when there are more, if the month starts on a Sunday, there are not space enough here to have a full box for the last day of the month. You can see it here. So instead of having these half boxes like this, and I hate them, I actually put the first on the previous month. So this is the 1st of March, because if you do that, you can have everything on the same page and you can avoid these half boxes. This one is my everyday carry. It will live in my purse, my bag, and I will write down if I have some appointments or stuff will be going in this one. And as you can see, I put in some day stickers here, so it's the correct days. I found these in my stash and I put them in. I think I had enough. Middle of March, I think. Then I ran out. I'll be finding something else to put in instead. So this one is whatever sort of come up during the day. So when I sit in the train in the afternoon, I can be like, oh, I need to, I don't know, water the plants, or I need to do the laundry, whatever. I'll write it down here So it's not as much as a planner as it's a place to put things down as they come to spring to mind or when I hear about them. So if I know there's a birthday coming up in a week or so, I can write down here, buy gift, so I have the gift ready for the birthday. So this will be my everyday carry, and there will be no stickers. This is purely functional for me. So no stickers, no nonsense. Just a pen and perhaps a dot pen or something like that. But that's it. I mean, this is just for helping me doing my stuff. Or my shopping list. I mean, if I know I'm going to a certain supermarket or something, I can write down, remember, whatever. So this is functional and only functional. The cover and the cover on cover is both from Hobonichi, and it's very light, and it comes across as very durable. So I actually, for a planner that I want to carry with me at all times, it's protected and it seems very sturdy, and so for me this is very practical. I can wipe this off if it gets coffee stains or whatever on it, and it's very lightweight. So that's why I'm going with this type of cover this year instead of a leather cover or something, because it's heavier and it takes up a lot more space in my bag. So this one will be more portable, and I tried, it fits in all my bags, which is a huge plus in my book. It fits in all my bags. And last but not least, my main planner. It's also a Hobonichi Techo, and this will be the bread and butter of my planner system. Everything goes in here. Like everything. My weeklies will be sort of my ideal week. Here I will pre-plan my week, write down my appointments, when I work, what I would like to get done in this week. I think I'll section it off some because I'll also be needing some space for my first goal, which is my creativity goal with my writing and my social media. So I'll section it off. I'm never awake after midnight. So this last portion of the pages I can use for something else. So this is the ideal week. Here I will write down what I would love to get done on one specific day in this week, and my dailies will be what I actually did. So in the morning I can come in here and I can see I have a huge to-do list, and I can be like, oh no, I don't have the energy for that today. So I only manage, perhaps, I'm a time optimist. So somehow in my brain, my days have at least 48 hours. So there will be stuff every day, I think, that I won't be able to do because, well, my day only have 24 hours. So here I will write what I actually did Not what I wanted to do, but what I did. I will use this up here, I think, for my writing, my creativity goals. And I will be working very hard not to panic if I don't fill out the whole page. I'm sort of a person that can't deal with pages that are not filled out, or perhaps blank pages. I feel the need to, I need to do something. But this year I will work very, very hard on getting over that, because what's the problem with blank pages? I mean, there's no problem. And there will be days when I do absolutely nothing, and then I will just write nope. And that will be it. But it's a process, and I'll need to work on that. There are a few blank pages, and I don't know if I will use that for recording my savings or something else. Or perhaps I'll just keep the financial stuff in a separate little notebook or something. I'm not sure about that yet. But this is my main planner. It's also in a Hobonichi cover, with a cover on cover, and it is actually not that heavy and big, but this one will sit open on my desk every day, so I can check and see what I was supposed to do, or what I have done, or stuff like that. My monthly pages I will use. I'm not going to show you December, because that's where I planned out my 12th day of Christmas content. So, but I'll use those for garbage days, vacation days, sick days, when I work from home and stuff like that. So it will give me a complete overview. Dentist appointments, I mean everything that I need to remember some way or another. There are some, I think where I'm very bad at tracking stuff, and I'm not sure how I want to use these. Perhaps I'll try yet again doing some tracking of stuff, but I'm not sure. So this is my complete system for next year. Notebooks, planners, journals. This is how it's going to look. And I know it looks like a lot, but a lot of this will be not on a daily basis, but more perhaps a weekly basis. So you can say this one, this is not every day. This is something I can do when I have the time and the energy to do it. And this one, this will be daily. This one will sort of be my workhorse in my planner system. I will be setting at least these two, perhaps this one as well, and this one I will be setting up in the future, and I'm thinking of taking you along on that ride. You need some steady nerves for that, because I'm not very good at putting stuff in so it aligns with everything, but that will come in the future. And this one, there will be no really setting anything up in here. This will be pen and paper. So no decoration, no nothing. This is purely functional, and this is purely fun. And we all need a little bit of fun in our life. So I have to put this right. Functional and fun. So this is just an overview of how I will use my planners and my journals and my notebooks for next year. And I will be trying to set stuff up in future videos, so I hope you will tag along and subscribe to my channel. And perhaps if you like the content, also give me a like. And well, since this is 12th day of Christmas, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Bye.